Hi, everyone. Welcome again to A Course in Miracles Lessons Live. What a treat we have today. Such a joyful lesson. We're up to workbook lesson 122. Get ready. Forgiveness offers everything I want. What could you want forgiveness cannot give? Do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness, a quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, and a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Do you want care and safety, and the warmth of sure protection always? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed, a gentleness that never can be hurt? A deep, abiding comfort and a rest so perfect it can never be upset. All this forgiveness offers you and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with which to meet the day. It soothes your forehead while you sleep and rests upon your eyelids, so you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice and attack. And when you wake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. All this forgiveness offers you, and more. Forgiveness lets the veil be lifted up that hides the face of Christ from those who look with unforgiving eyes upon the world. It lets you recognize the Son of God and clears your memory of all dead thoughts so that remembrance of your Father can arise across the threshold of your mind. What would you want forgiveness cannot give? What gifts but these are worthy to be sought? What fancied value, trivial effect, or transient promise never to be kept can hold more hope than what forgiveness brings? Why would you seek an answer other than the answer that will answer everything? Here is the perfect answer given to imperfect questions, meaningless requests, half-hearted willingness to hear, and less than halfway diligence and partial trust. Here is the answer. Seek for it no more. You will not find another one instead. God's plan for your salvation cannot change, nor can it fail. Be thankful it remains exactly as He planned it. Changelessly, it stands before you like an open door with warmth and welcome calling from beyond the doorway, bidding you to enter in and make yourself at home where you belong. Here is the answer. Would you stand outside while all of heaven waits for you within? Forgive and be forgiven. And as you give, you will receive. There is no plan but this for the salvation of the Son of God. Let us today rejoice that this is so, for here we have an answer, clear and plain, beyond deceit in its simplicity. All the complexities of the world has spun, fragile cobwebs disappear before the power and the majesty of this extremely simple statement of the truth. Here is the answer. Do not turn away in aimless wandering again. Accept salvation now. It is the gift of God and not the world. The world can give no gifts of any value to a mind that has received what God has given as its own. God wills salvation be received today, and that the intricacies of your dreams no longer hide their nothingness from you. Open your eyes today and look upon a happy world of safety and of peace. Forgiveness is the means by which it comes to take the place of hell. In quietness, it rises up to greet your open eyes and fill your heart with deep tranquility as ancient truths, forever newly born, arise in your awareness. What you will remember then can never be described, yet your forgiveness offers it to you. Remembering the gifts forgiveness gives, we undertake our practicing today with hope and faith that this will be the day salvation will be ours. Earnestly and gladly, we will seek for it today, aware we hold the key within our hands, accepting heaven's answer to the hell we made, but where we would remain no more. Morning and evening do we gladly give a quarter of an hour to do the search in which the end of hell is guaranteed. Begin in hopefulness, for we have reached the turning point at which the road becomes far easier. And now the way is short, that yet we travel. We are close indeed to the appointed ending of the dream. Sink into happiness as you begin these practice periods, for they hold out the sure rewards of questions answered and what your acceptance of the answer brings. Today, it will be given you to feel the peace forgiveness offers and the joy lifting of the veil holds out to you. Before the light you will receive today, the world will fade until it disappears, and you will see another world arise you have no words to picture. Now we walk directly into light, and we receive the gifts that have been held in store for us since time began, kept waiting for today. Forgiveness offers everything you want. Today, all things you want are given you. Let not your gifts recede throughout the day as you return again to meet a world of shifting change and bleak appearances. Retain your gifts in clear awareness as you see the changeless in the heart of change, the light of truth behind appearances. Be tempted not to let your gifts slip by and drift into forgetfulness, but hold them firmly in your mind by your attempts to think of them at least a minute as each quarter of an hour passes by. Remind yourself how precious are these gifts with this reminder, which has power to hold your gifts in your awareness through the day. Forgiveness offers everything I want. Today, I have accepted this as true. Today, I have received the gifts of God. Wow. Wow, wow, wowza. So this is where you can just toss caution to the wind. This is a day where you can toss all your concerned thoughts, all your doubt thoughts, all your hesitations, all your resistance. Imagine that all that I just mentioned was like feathers, and you've got a bowl of feathers, and it's a windy day, and you're going to just toss the concerns, grievances, toss them out into the wind. Let the wind take them. Let your concerns, let your doubts, let your hesitations. I remember I did the workbook lessons in conjunction with the text, and I remember that today's lesson coincides with chapter 15, the holy relationship and the holy instant. Basically, it's the saying, this is the only real relationship you have, meaning your only real relationship is with God. You have no other. And then everything in this world that we call relationships, those are just reflections. So when you're in alignment with God, when you're in alignment with the Holy Spirit and Jesus, when you're in alignment with the source, with the Creator, then everything you perceive is lovely. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. My connection with my source lights up my mind, which then lights up the world, because the world is still in mind. The world has not left its source. So you could say that even though the ego made up this world, then the Holy Spirit has lighted up the world. And that's why forgiveness offers everything I want. I was saying earlier before we started, this is like the great poets, Rumi and Kabir, and you think of the transcendentalists of Emerson and Thoreau and Whitman. You think of the great poets of all time, and then Jesus. I tell you, if this isn't a love poem, I don't know what a love poem is. And I like the poems of enlightenment throughout the ages. I liked, everything that Khalil Gibran was sharing. Are so poetic, these Middle Eastern poets. And here we have Jesus Christ giving us a love letter, a poem to wake us up. Imagine that today is kind of like a spiritual Valentine's Day, where Jesus is sending all of us a spiritual Valentine. And whenever I read this lesson, my heart just melts. I am liquid. I am totally melted by this. So I hope that when we recall this lesson, forgiveness offers everything I want, I hope you can think of like the melting, flowing, vast, expansive feeling of the gifts that forgiveness offers. And these are the real gifts. If anyone tries to tell you that money is a gift, or flowers are a gift, or a day at the spa is a gift, or a day at the hot tubs, or a walk on a sunny day, or any of the material gifts, Rolls Royces and diamond rings and gold and all the things that the world, perfume, whatever. No, nada. I'm not interested in anything but the gifts that forgiveness offer me, because forgiveness is a gift that lights my mind up. And when my mind is lit, then everything is lit, because everything's in mind. So that's the end of projection. That's the end of blaming. That's the end of pointing the finger. That's the end of absolutely every form of fear is ended in accepting the gifts that forgiveness offers. So I think that's important. Yesterday we were looking at the lesson, forgiveness is the key to happiness. And now Jesus is turning it up like, ooh, it's so soft. It's so melodious. It's just tenderly caressing our heart with this lesson. Forgiveness offers everything that I want. And I just feel like that is the greatest experience, the only experience. This is our atonement celebration. This is our joy celebration for the whole universe. This is our happy laughter celebration. This is our glee. This is all of even our childlike glee is all in this one lesson today. All glee is contained in forgiveness. So thank you for joining me. I am with you. We walk through the day in a day of very, very much happiness. Our steps are very happy today as we lightly kind of dance across, like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. We're just going to be dancing across the screen today, like a Rogers, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers scene from a movie, where we feel that lightheartedness. We just are tap dancing, but we can barely touch the ground today, because forgiveness offers everything I want. And we are lifted. The veil is lifted from our eyes. Our perception is cleaned, and we're clean and clear today. We're with God. Thank you, and many blessings.